Okay, folks, listen. I'm about to show you something that's so incredible. And after I show you this information, if you do not believe that this information is being led by the Holy Spirit, then you are just evil. That's right. I'm telling you, you are evil because I'm about to show you something that is impossible on any level. This is going to be a short video, and I'm going to show you the mind-blowing info in a minute, but let me just lay the groundwork real quick. So remember, I told you that Elvis's identical twin died at birth. So he needed a replacement, and that's where Trump came in. Trump is Elvis's devil twin. And I told you guys that Trump is going to get his head wound on August 4th, Obama's birthday, most likely in Ohio. But for sure he gets his head wound on August 4th, which is Obama's birthday. And he survives that head wound, and somehow he miraculously comes back, on 8/7 or 8/8. He heals from his deadly wounds. And I told you that Elvis somehow manifests on June 11th, 6/11 in Seattle after a spectacular event. And I've told you guys, get out of Seattle between 6/11 and 6/14. And 6/14 is Trump's birthday. And I told you guys that Elvis was born on January 8th, 1/8, and he had a twin also that died, right? So there's two of them born on 1/8, which would make 2/16. August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound, is the 216th day of the year. And if you wrote it backwards, the date, now write the day first and then the month, 8/1/8/1, it would be 16/2, and the 162nd day of the year is June 11th, which is the day I'm telling you Elvis comes back. So this is Trump's head wound, this is Elvis comeback, and look at the numbers. Okay? How is this possible that when you do this with Elvis's birthday, that you get the exact dates of what I'm telling you, my two predictions? And Elvis turned 87 years old this year, just recently. He turned 87 years old in 2022. And this is the most important birthday. And this is the day he died, the day and year, August 16th, 1977. And there's many reasons why he had to die on this day and age. He died at the age of 42. But the main reason he had to die on this day is because this exact reason I'm going to show you. So remember, August 16th, 1977 is when he died. And by the way, this is not the mind-blowing info yet. I've already shown this before. So from Elvis's death, August 16, 1977, to his birthday this year, January 8th, 2022, the year he turned 87, look at the number, the days. It's the 162 or the 216. Do you see that? The amount of days in between his death and this year's birthday. Do you understand how crazy that is? It goes right back to this again. 162nd day is June 11th, and 216th day is August 4th. And the number I just showed you was 162, and then if you use the 2 again, it would be 216. It's basically the 216s. And I told you the 16 is 16 is super important. It's the PP. If you've been watching my videos, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, folks, the mind-blowing info is coming, so just relax. So, by the way, it's been 44 years since his death, but if you go from January 8th, the year he died, it's been 45 years, actually. Let me see. See, it's been 45 years since he turned 42 in the year he died. You know what I mean? But not since his actual death date, because that was August 16th. From August 16th, it's still 44 years and a few months. But from his birthday, January 8th in 1977, then it would be 45 years. And 45 is Trump's number. 45th president. You get it? Okay, folks, get ready for the mind-blowing info. So this is Elvis's birthday, January 8th, 1935. And I told you he needed his devil twin. And Trump, who was born on June 14th, the date. Forget about the year. I'm just using the same year Elvis was born. So from January 8th to June 14th is 158 days. And if you don't include this day, it's 157. So you can either count it with that day or without. So it's either 157 or 158 days. Now, if this is his twin, then going backwards, we need to see what the twin number of this is. So we're going to go backwards from Elvis's birthday, 157 or 158 days. Let's see what happens. Remember, June 14th is Trump's birthday. 157 or 158 days. Let's go backwards from January 8th, 1935. So if you go backwards from Elvis's birthday, look where it lands if you go forward 158 days. I mean, if you go backwards 158 days, it lands on August 4th. You see that? 158 days from Elvis's birthday backwards. And I just showed you that from January 8th to Trump's birthday, June 14th, it's 158 days. So backwards from Elvis's birthday, 158 days, it lands on August 4th, the day I'm telling you Trump gets his head wound. Do you understand how ridiculous this is? That it's the exact same amount of days from Elvis's birthday to June 14th and going forward. And if you go backwards, it lands on August 4th, the day I'm telling you his head wound happens, which just so happens to be Obama's birthday. Now I'm going to connect it to the Seattle event. So remember, I told you January 8th to June 11th is from Elvis's birthday to June 11th is the day I'm telling you that Elvis somehow manifests. Now look, see up here it says not including. It's up to this day. It's 154. And I told you the 154 equals the Antichrist. Now we're going to include this day. See, now I have included the June 11th last day, and it's 155 days. Okay, so from Elvis's birthday to June 11th is 155 days. Now let's go backwards and see where it lands. Okay, so first let's start with 154 days. So from Elvis's birthday, you go 154 days backwards, it lands on August 8th. I told you that Trump is either going to come back on August 7th or August 8th. And remember, this is 154 days. Now let's add one more day and see where it lands. So remember, from January 8th to 6/11 going forwards was 154 or 155 days. And now 155 days going backwards, it lands on 8/7. You see that? Because I told you Trump's going to resurrect after his head wound on August 4th, either on 8/7 or 8/8. But what makes this even more important, the 8/7, is because Elvis just turned 87. Do you understand? And I showed you that from Elvis's death date to his birthday this year, his 87th birthday, it's the 162 or the 216, whichever way you want to see it. And the 162nd day of the year is June 11th. 216th day of the year is August 4th. And if you're still not grasping what I'm showing, pay attention. From Elvis's birthday, January 8th, to Trump's birthday, June 14th, is 158 days going forward. Now, if you're going backwards from Elvis's birthday, 158 days, it lands on August 4th. You see, 158, and I said that Trump is going to get his head wound on August 4th. What is the chance of that? Do you understand what I'm showing you? And the other prediction, I told you from Elvis's birthday to June 11th, the day that Elvis somehow manifests, is 100. Oops, sorry, I got the days wrong. Hold on, sorry. I had changed the dates, but I didn't change the numbers that I put in here. Look, So from January 8th to June 11th is either 154 days or 155 days. Okay, whether you include the last day or not. So January 8th to June 11th is these amount of days. And you're going backwards from January 8th to August 8th is 154 days, and to August 7th is 155 days. Okay, and I told you that June 11th is Elvis's resurrection day. Okay, where he was born again. And that's exactly what's happening with Trump here. I told you Trump, after he gets his head wound on August 4th, he either comes back on the 7th or the 8th. Okay? And what's the chance that it connects to the resurrection day too? Of Elvis, June 11th. You know, same amount of days, going backwards. Okay, look, folks, if you can't understand this, I don't know what to tell you, man. This is just mind-blowing what you're seeing here. Like I said, everything is about the 162 or the 216. And these particular dates, June 11th, August 4th. 162nd day, 216. 162, 216. And remember, Elvis is born in the first month and Trump is born in the 6th month. So I told you it's all about the 216s. And you know the insurrection happened on 1/6. You know that stupid Capitol Hill thing? They call it an insurrection. Sounds like resurrection, right? And just to prove to you how important this is, that watch what I show you right here. So remember, this is the 162nd, the 162 number, right, for June 11th. And I told you from January 8th to June 11th, if you add that June 11th day, it's 155. You see this 155 number? 155 is the first number that you will see 216 on the top. If you went from number 1 all the way to 154, you would never see that number on the top. 155 is the first time you see 216. And I told you from Elvis's birthday, 1/8, to June 11th is 155 days. And number 155 equals 216. You see? So the 162, which is June 11th, 162nd day of the year, and it's 155 days in between Elvis's birthday and June 11th, and 155 equals 216. You see how everything connects to each other? These are impossible coincidences. I told you, this is supernatural. This is information from the Holy Spirit to reveal what's about to happen. Anyway, folks, like I said, if you are a lukewarm Christian, and after this, if you still are a lukewarm Christian after seeing this information, and especially after these events happen, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be a lukewarm Christian anymore, folks. Like I said, wake up. It's coming. End of video.